Hi, Sweaty Jen back again. First and foremost, I missed you guys. I hope you're doing well. Today's video was a requested video by one of our viewers named Tali. It was a video to discuss having pets and living with hyperhidrosis. I think this is a great video topic because I've grown up with pets my entire life and I've certainly experienced some of the unique challenges that having pets and living with hyperhidrosis has brought around. But also, I've experienced some really great moments and different benefits of having pets in regards with having hyperhidrosis. I think their love and their cuteness and their personalities are good to have around us. They're good for our body, our mind, and our soul. They're very loving creatures. And also, animals are a good excuse to increase our exercise. So, whether it's a cat or a dog, um, most of them need a lot of exercise to, you know, be well taken care of, especially dogs. And it's a great reason for us to get more exercise in our days. From my personal experience, and a couple of people have mentioned this to me, we've noticed when we have a good, 20-30 minute round of exercise, whether it's walking or jogging, anything to kind of increase the blood flow. The sweating seems to be less after exercising. So give that a try sometime and let me know if you notice that your hyperhidrosis calms down after you have a good workout. I know during the workout and possibly immediately after, the hyperhidrosis is most likely going to be worse than usual. But I'm curious about the hours that follow that time of exercise, if the sweating is less or the same or more. So if you have input on that subject, please let me know down in the comments below. The only real downside to having animals and living with hyperhidrosis is that their fur sticks to everything. When your hands or your feet or anywhere your face is sweating, their hair just loves it and it sticks to it like crazy. And you might think, oh, it's only when you pet the animals that the fur really gets on your hands, but that's not the case, because wherever that animal was laying, whether it was on the bed or the sofa or even your jacket, as soon as we touch that with our sweaty palm, or as soon as we walk on that carpet with our sweaty feet, all of that hair is just like a magnet. But that's pretty much the only real big downside I see to having animals. That point stands out pretty strongly in my mind because I remember as I was in my later teen years, I had a dog that I had had since childhood. As we were growing up together and he was reaching towards the end of his life, he would always come by and want to have a lot of pets, and he couldn't get enough petting. And with my sweating and petting him, it was becoming selfishly I would try not to pet him as often. And that brings me to my next point, that glycopyrrolate has helped minimize the feeling that I have that I can't pet my animals. Any treatment for hyperhidrosis that's going to help with your sweating, I think, will alleviate any of that feeling of feeling like you can't pet or snuggle or handle your furry creature. And so I urge you, if you're living with hyperhidrosis and you don't have any treatment plan going for you right now, reach out to your doctor or reach out to a dermatologist and discuss some treatment options, because I really can't stress enough how much seeking out treatments to minimize my sweating has improved my relationship with animals too. And it's not that animals dislike our sweat, it's more so on our end, the comfort level we have with handling animals that are pretty furry and have a lot of stuff that could stick to our skin. And I do have a dog and a cat right now, and they get a lot of pets and a lot of snuggles, and it's really amazing to feel like I can really pet them and enjoy feeling the texture of their fur without sweat getting in the way and causing kind of a barrier in our relationship. I do want to say too, though, if you get an animal when it's extremely little, obviously after the point where it's ready to leave its parents. But if you get a little animal, your sweaty hands are really the only, it's going to be normal to them because it's what they grew up knowing. If they do meet someone whose hands aren't sweating, they'll probably find that more strange. So, animals are different in that way, that they won't judge us or have preconceived notions about us because of our sweating. And I think that's pretty amazing. And even if it's just a little animal accepting us, feeling that bit of acceptance is so vital in boosting our self-esteem and our self-worth and things like that. So, some helpful tips, I suppose, in petting animals while having hyperhidrosis. You could wear gloves. I have pet animals wearing gloves, like by chance I was going outside and I had some winter gloves on. You're able to pet them with gloves. They don't really mind it too much, from what I can tell, and it keeps your sweat from getting on the animal and it keeps their fur from getting on your hands. A good example that comes to mind with that is when I was visiting my husband's family in Ireland. They have a really gorgeous fluffy cat, and there was a lot of people around, people visiting to say hi to us, to meet me, and I didn't want to get any sweat on the cat because I didn't want it to be like awkward when someone else went to go pet the cat. They'd be like, "Why is this cat wet?" Because believe it or not, I've had that happen before with dogs and cats. After I pet them with my sweaty hands, they'll like go over to get pet by someone else, and then that person's like, "Why is this animal wet?" And I'm just like, uh. So gloves can be like a good barrier because I cannot resist. If an animal wants me to pet it, I can't resist petting it. So another tip is just do it. Just pet them, get it over with, get their fur all over your hands. You can always wash it off afterwards with some antibacterial soap. I noticed especially cats, they love when we pet them with our sweaty hands because it removes all of the loose hair that they have. It saves them from getting a hairball. Like my cat absolutely loves when I clean off all of her fur that's falling off. So they might even love you more because of your hyperhidrosis. There's also a lot of pets and animals you can incorporate into your life that won't impact your hyperhidrosis. So, animals like fish, different reptiles, hairless breeds of cats, birds, and things of that nature. Animals are amazing because they won't judge you or point out if you're sweating. You could walk in with sweat dripping down your face, your shirt drenched, huge pit stains running down the sides. They won't say anything, they won't judge you. Well, if they are judging you, you won't know it, but I think animals aren't really concerned about our sweating and physical appearance like other humans necessarily are. Animals are also proven to be good for our mental health, and they can help ease conditions like anxiety and depression. And both of those conditions, anxiety and depression, are much more likely if you have hyperhidrosis. So I think it's especially important for us to find different methods that and different things we can incorporate into our life that bring us happiness. Animals are just hilarious. They're always doing such funny things and acting like goofballs, and they all have different personalities. And I think laughing with your animal and, you know, like my dog laughs with me, I swear. I think laughing releases those feel good chemicals, and we can all use those, especially during the current climate with the pandemic and then, you know, everything else just in our daily lives on top of that. So, those are just some talking points I wanted to go through regarding pets and having hyperhidrosis. If you have pets, let me know what kind you have, and let me know if your hyperhidrosis affects your relationship with them at all. And I hope you're all having a great week. I'll talk to you soon. As always, if you have any video ideas or things you'd like to see me talk about, please let me know down in the comments below. And yeah, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and I will see you very soon. Bye.